blame game. I love you more.
What is up, my fellow hip hop heads and music lovers in general? My name is G Vance, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to Special Request Thursdays, where I always take all the little requests that you guys send to me of your favorite artists and albums and ask me to review them in hopes that I say something positive and in hopes that you guys can get me into some new artists. And as you can probably tell if it wasn't obvious, yesterday I did not upload a reaction video. So long story short, I was giving somebody a ride, and then I had to go uh, give my sister some food and take it to her job, and I was stuck in a bunch of nightmare ass traffic, and I was too late when I got home. So my bad. Reaction videos will be back next Wednesday. So I'm sorry to those who were looking forward to that, but shit happens. But anyways, let's just get right into these reviews. I got two albums to review as always. So yeah, let's get right to it. So for the first video, the first album I'm gonna be reviewing today is the self-entitled studio album, the debut studio album by the very underrated and pretty talented alternative band known as Cigarettes After Sex. Now, first of all, when I first heard of these people, first of all, I've never heard of these guys whatsoever. My friend, when he requested this album, I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, who the hell is this? You know, I didn't know what to expect. I did not know, what I was gonna put myself into. With a name like Cigarettes After Sex, like I was thinking like, okay, it's gonna be like some sort of like sexual type album, right? Like I don't know if it was gonna be like a comedic album. I don't know if it was gonna be like a whole fucking like album like themed around sex. So I had no idea what I was going to expect. And after I listened to this album, or like after like I put the first track on, I realized I legit had no fucking clue what I was getting myself into, because these guys, this band, like they take you on a fucking journey, bro. Like let me just tell you. First of all, the main singer for this band, I think his name is like Greg Gonzalez or some shit like that. But Greg, I want to ask, who the hell hurt you, bud? Because like there is a lot of deep shit. This album feels like you're opening someone's very personal diary, and you're reading like every like little like vivid and depressing thought, and like you're like seeing like their life for the first time. And it's like, it's like so deep, and it's like, you're not supposed to be reading it because it's something like too fucking personal, but you just can't help yourself to read it because it's some pretty powerful shit. Like yeah, it's a really sad, of course, and it's a really depressing, and like, do you want to give this person a hug? Of course. But at the same time, it's some pretty powerful shit. And it was like, you're like glad that like that person at least got his or her thoughts out on paper, or like out on like music, or whatever it is a person does to like get their thoughts out, and to not like sink in into whatever is like killing them inside. Because in all honesty, it's a lot more better that they got their like thoughts out. And Cigarettes After Sex, like they talk about a lot of like deep shit. Like I'm not like a lot of stuff is like shit that like I've gone through a lot in my past life, and the whole like depressing phase that I went through for a while. So it was kind of like Cigarettes After Sex were like explaining to me what 15-year-old me wanted to say to everybody when I was going through my little like sadness, but I just didn't know how to say it. Like this exactly is how I could describe the album. It's like it's pretty much them taking like your true feelings out. Because a lot of like the topics are like them talking about like a relationship they had with somebody, like with a friend or a lover. And, like regardless that this person is still with this lover or friend, or like they broke up or whatever, they make it very clear that they missed the fuck out of this person. And it's I can like really relate to that. Like I I've had a lot of like friends. Like, yeah, I've had girlfriends and whatever, but it's like, like when a girlfriend leaves, it's like, I didn't really like it, didn't really bother me that much because like they were like kind of like toxic, to be honest. um but like I had a lot of past friends, one recently that turned his back on me. Like, long story short, started saying that I was like the worst friend in the world, or that like I didn't help this person whatsoever. And that kind of hurt. It's like, all these years of me being like that person's shoulder to cry on, it's like, like all of a sudden I ain't shit because you apparently never saw me as a friend in the first place. So it's like, shit like that is like what this album talks about. And it can really like hit you where it really hurts sometimes. um and a lot of other stuff that they do is, they like, they touch on a lot of touchy subjects like death and life, and what's the meaning of it and whatnot. A lot of it is pretty much just like Greg Gonzalez is like sharing his like past life and whatever. It's a really really dark and depressing album. The production value is really good. I really like all the instrumentals. I really like all the like slow like guitar. I really like the like more common like dark silent voice that Greg Gonzalez like sings in, because in all honestly, like the production value, the vocals, just like the whole theme about this album, like just gets you fully like invested into this album. Like you're like fully putting your whole attention in this album. And like it's pretty much the kind of album that you listen all the way through without any skips, because you just want to hear like what else is up next, like what else can this person do, what else can this band do to like make you feel a lot more like sad, and while also making you feel sad, like also making you think like, wow, like these guys have a lot of fucking talent. I was listening to this album in the car with my dad, and my dad isn't really a big he doesn't really like listen to like the music that I listen to anymore. He's not really like a big like music guy in general. But after every track, my dad kept saying, that this is some powerful shit right here. He kept saying that this is like the kind of music that he really likes. So yeah, it's a really good album. I recommend it a lot. I'm really glad this guy recommended it to me, because these guys are pretty fucking good. I don't think I have a favorite track on this album. The whole fucking thing is my favorite track, to be honest. Like, there's just so much like good shit in this album that I can't even think of what I would like say is like the best song on the whole album. So yeah, go listen to this album. It's really fucking good. The Cigarettes After Sex really really fucking surprised me, and I hope they continue to drop some more music. But with that being said, that's pretty much it. So hope you guys enjoyed my review. Go ahead and follow me on Instagram down below. As always, DM me for requests. What other album should I review? Go ahead and let me know in the comments down below. Go ahead and follow Cigarettes After Sex on Instagram down below. They're pretty talented. They're pretty underrated too. So go check out what else they got in store for you guys. This album was requested by my good friend Jared. I give that dude a ride every fucking day after work. Much love to you, Jared. I appreciate all the conversations we have, and I appreciate you getting me into this band. They're really fucking good. And with that being said, that's pretty much it. So, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the second upload for today, and don't forget to stay happy.
You love and crumbling, red is watching cityscapes turn